So, I see there's already some comments about just...
So we're going to answer that question as well, but let's let a few more people get into the chat.
Yeah. I think we're good here.
Hey, you know, do this.
No, it's on all chat. It's on all.
Is it on live? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it defaults to...
We're just going to wait because otherwise we'll get asked the same question.
Yeah. I mean, obviously people could rewatch the stream, but it doesn't matter.
No, but while it's live.
Yeah. Anyway.
We'll back up a little. Anyway, so happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone. That better? I don't know. I'm in my office, so hopefully this looks a little better than just, instead of a white wall, we have white doors.
Yeah, exactly. Big improvement.
Yeah.
I think we'll wait till there's 100 people in the chat. So right now it's 97. So
Maybe 3 more. Oh, there you go. 106.
106. All right. Cool. All right. Great. So yeah. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah, like we haven't. You probably noticed that we haven't really been doing like the regular live streams every day. We've been putting out a daily video. We'll still continue to do that for the time being. We just have a lot of content, and the update is that we're going to be reducing the frequency of the live streams, like getting off kind of a regular schedule.
Yeah.
Just for a couple of reasons. As I'm hoping most of you are very well aware is that gambling costs money. It's an expense. It doesn't it doesn't pay for itself. You know what I mean? Like gambling. It is an expense, and the more you stream, the more money you're going to spend.
Yeah.
I'm going to be coming out with a couple of short videos of some pretty big jackpots that I hit on slot machines. I got pretty lucky, actually. I hit like a really massive jackpot, and just decided, I was thinking about what to be doing with the money, and I was thinking, do I put it back into the channel, do more streams, but then I was like, you know what, it'll kind of sour me to just go dump that money back. You know what I mean? And so it's just not, doing the table streams is just not doing it for me. Like doing it every day is not doing it for us the way it used to. Because we've been doing it for so long.
We've been doing it for so long. I mean, the thing is we've been thinking about this even since last year, even since before we went back to Toronto. So I know you guys don't know, only met Victor recently, but Victor's actually been a huge part of the channel behind the scenes since I started the channel, really.
But I just haven't been on.
It took me a while to convince him.
Yeah, I just haven't been on it. But basically,
so we've been thinking about this for, I don't know, we kind of were.
Well, basically.
Yeah.
It's not like really, it's kind of doing it every day is kind of taking the fun out of streaming. And so we're going to dial it back a little bit, and we're going to just do it more sporadically. They're still going to happen, but they're not going to be regularly scheduled.
Yeah, if you want to see regular live streams from us, we still will be doing those for our Patreon and channel members. So if you want to see weekly live streams.
Yeah, there will be an exclusive stream weekly for all the Patreon channel members.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's not changing.
Because but if you're playing Ultimate Texas Hold'em,
we're not
4 or 5 times a week, or 3-4 times a week, every single day, year after year, it eventually takes it takes the thrill out of the game. So it's a little more fun for us if we do it randomly. It becomes more exciting, and I would imagine that it may be that way for you guys as well, if it becomes more of a treat as opposed to an expected scheduled thing. So
honestly, we know a lot of you guys love the daily live streams. Unfortunately, we're just not going to be doing those anymore. So
not daily. We'll be doing the live streams, but not daily.
Yeah, if you want weekly live streams, it's just...
Yeah, weekly live streams, if you're a Patreon channel member, we'll definitely be doing those.
Yeah.
And we're going to throw in the occasional live stream here and there.
Yeah.
But there's no like schedule. And you know, at the end of the day, one thing about these live streams is they show you the the reality of gambling is that you will lose money, you will spend money. You know, we're not like a channel that pretends they win all the time and then only shows wins. You know, gambling is an expense, and you know, if you're not super thrilled about doing it every day, then don't do it. Only do it when you feel that inspiration to do it. And you know,
yeah,
I'm not to say that we won't start ramping it up in the future. The door is always open to that, but for now we're taking a back seat. The streams are taking a back seat. Now the other thing is what I'm going to be doing is I'm creating a series of, I still have some poker content that I have to edit. The next one coming out is going to be really cool. Actually, there's a lot of action in that one. But I'm going to be creating some kind of like behind the scenes, not even behind the scenes. I don't know what to call it, but like non-casino videos.
Like it's going to be about casino content.
It's going to be like about the games. Like I'm going to be giving you some reviews, some of my insights on like different table games, different slot machines.
Because these are the questions that we tend to get all the time. You know, it's like, I don't understand how, like, actually I literally just answered a DM about like, I don't understand how Baccarat works. I don't understand blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah. It's just, okay. People, when you buy something, you want to know what's inside. So we need to use descriptive titles on our videos. I get that you hate it, but I don't know. Close your eyes. Don't watch the channel. I'm sorry. Big win, exciting thing, gets views. Blank description does not get views. Okay.
Yeah, like even if you put like any like any big wins question mark or did we win big?
Yeah, to me
did we win $1 million? Those like the problem is if you win big, right? Let's say you win like 10 grand or more, right? If you win big, then you want to kind of that if you describe it as a big win, it's going to get more views. So if you win like a huge amount, if you describe it as a huge win, you put 10,000 plus in the graphic.
You got to think about marketing.
Yeah.
I understand that for you personally, you Mr. Whoever asked that question, it's very unsettling or it makes you very unhappy to know the outcome. But guess what? This is a business. It's a channel.
Well, it's that, but also like. You want to, like, if you see as the same, just the nature of gambling is that maybe 19 out of 20 times that you stream, you're not going to hit a big win, 100x win, let's just say, or more. And then maybe 99 out of 100 times, you're not going to hit 1,000x win. So if you're watching the same, did I win big, question mark.
Yeah,
you're not going to expect anything. And eventually it's going to turn off your interest. That's what we found. So basically, keep it simple. Describing what happens gets more views. Not describing what happens gets less views. So therefore, we want more views. So that's why we put it in there. Sorry, what you might want to do is just close your eyes, not look at the title, maximize the screen. I don't know, or maybe take a piece of tape and cover like the title top of your laptop or something. I don't know, but if you really don't want to see what happens,
think about your behavior when you're watching YouTube, whether it's gambling or not. And tell me what you're clicking on.
Yeah,
and I will guarantee you, if you start thinking about it, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, those are the videos that I click on."
Yeah, that's what exactly. But I saw another channel. Like, I won't mention what it is, but they don't ever put what happens in the title. But then they were saying, the first comments, what happens in the title. So they put like a question mark, and then they say, "Oh yeah, that big win was amazing. I can't believe you hit that."
Yeah.
Or that was really sour. So you see the comments. So as soon as you look, you open the player. You have the video playing. You'll see the first two comments. One of them describes what happened. So you have to put like a bunch of pinned, I guess like one pinned comment, and then spam your own comments to like put the comments below the fold. I don't know exactly how you do it, but either way, there's no avoiding a spoiler alert in this type of content, especially with gambling.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm not trying to like this is just how YouTube works. Like, I'm sorry. It's
Or
just, if you don't want to know, if you don't want to know the outcome, you're gonna have to gamble on your own. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The live, I agree. That's why we love doing it as well. Like, that's why we chose to make everything live, because we wanted our channel. It's not exactly an uncommon thing now to see people filming tables. I mean, basically, as soon as we started filming tables, everyone started trying to, thinking that was the easy road to success. You know what I mean? Like, to quote Pinocchio, everybody thought, oh, I'll just film tables and then that's it. But so they all started doing that now, and there's a million people filming slots.
Thank you, Todd, for the $5 super chat. You do you, boo. Exactly. Anyway,
but like.
We're not sure.
The live streams were something that was kind of unique to the channel, the live table streams, because you really didn't know the outcome, and then that was kind of like I knew what I would like to watch, and what Sarah would like to watch would be something like that. I don't generally like watching the pre-recorded table videos, because the live streams are just so much more realistic. I mean, we do them occasionally to mix it up, but the live streams are they're great. I mean, I do like it, but we're not getting burnt out. It's just that it's just not inspiring us like it used to back in the day, and we were kind of like, it was always on the, like, over time, like we did, like, Sarah did live streams like every single day last year while she was here, like every single day, and I started doing them too, and eventually after a while, after like months of doing it every day, you don't get that same excitement from the action that you did at the beginning. So that's why we're kind of pulling back, and we'll see.
Yeah, it's just like, it just becomes mundane.
It becomes mundane, right? And gambling, gambling shouldn't be like that. So I'm changing. I'm creating something that's, I wouldn't say totally unique to YouTube, but it's definitely unique. It's pretty unique, like in this space. So anybody who's wondering about different blackjack games to play, like what my thoughts are on anywhere from game selection to strategy to my reviews on which games I feel are better than others, in my opinion, even slots, RTP, all sorts of things, like anything you were wondering about gambling. The series, I'm creating that series very soon. It should be coming out, I would say in a few days. Like, the first episode should be ready in a few days, and it'd be interesting to see how that does with our audience. I'm not expecting much, but it might take off. You never know. So
we're
taking a little break from the casino.
We've
been living at the casino
for 4 years, honestly.
Well, yeah, Sarah, you've been living.
Well, you've been there. So,
yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah. I've been living. Yeah, exactly. I've been living at the casino for even longer than that, to be honest, in many ways. So
it's just like.
And being in Vegas too, like
we were talking. It's been about, like, we were talking about this last year, and when I went back to Toronto, I wasn't sure if we were going to continue or not. I mean, there's other reasons why things happened the way that they happened, but overall, we're not ending the channel, but we're changing the thing.
We're changing things up a little bit. We're not even ending the live casino streams, so don't worry, guys. Like, they'll still be there, but there's just the volume is not going.
It's not going to be what it used
anywhere near where it used to be. So
anyway, I think we've established.
I think we've beaten that horse to death.
I think we've beaten that horse to death. Sarah finished her thoughts. No, Victor has more to say, I think, than I do, but. Actually, I recently learned, because everyone says that I have an annoying voice, and I get that.
James Brown, James Brown, do you think card shufflers are always random?
Yes.
Absolutely. Now the question is could they be rigged? Absolutely, they could be. And the way they could be rigged is because they have little RFID identifiers on the cards. So I'm sure there's a way to do it, but the thing is
that's what the Gaming Commission is for.
The Gaming Commission, there's regulations. Number one, number two, it's not in the casino's best interest to rig games that are already quote unquote rigged, that already are negative expected value, because the casino doesn't. I guess they want to shear the sheep. They don't want to slaughter them, right? In other words, like, they're not going to take 40% off the top. Like, they're not going to pay out 60% because they're gonna like everyone's gonna just lose all the time and not have fun and not want to play the game. Like in the long run, it's better for them to pay out 97, 98%, whatever it is, 95% on their tables, just to keep people interested. You know, winning a little bit, losing most of the time, but having some wins and even the occasional big wins. So yeah, like all the people who are suspicious about card shufflers, they're totally random. I think the Wizard of Oz actually had a. He wrote something about how there's some like blackjack with the continuous shuffler. For some reason, might even have like a fraction. Now, don't quote me on this. I'm not sure, but it might have a fraction of a percent better payout percentage when it's the continuous shuffler. I don't know how that works, but apparently that's the case. So, but it definitely doesn't hurt things. So.
Yeah, so
exactly.
I was saying, sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I know.
I'll let you finish your thought.
I know. But basically, just that I don't use enough breath when I speak, and so a lot of times my voice, I don't
find your voice annoying.
I get vocal fry, and that's really just laziness. Like I don't speak very well, so I've been trying to practice.
Well, you might not enunciate your words.
I don't enunciate.
You might slur a bit.
I don't enunciate. Yeah. I do multiple things wrong.
Yeah.
I don't enunciate. I don't resonate my voice much, and I don't use enough breath, so my voice becomes lower. Thank you, Bryce, for the $2 super chat. Are you going to ask Brian Christopher out? I think his husband would not be okay with that. But thank you for the super chat. He's good. Exactly, yeah. So speaking and singing and I mean, I've definitely never taken singing lessons or speaking lessons or anything. And so... Anyway, I've just been trying to. Oh, but another thing I was going to say was about like he just gets distracted easily, so then he thinks I don't know. It's just how you are.
I think you're selling yourself short.
No. No, for you, like you don't really mean to interrupt. Like you just.
I don't think I'm interrupting you.
No, you don't.
They broke? Actually, you know what? Quite the opposite.
Yeah, we have
I actually hit a massive jackpot at Aria earlier, a few days ago, like within the last week. It was the craziest thing ever. Unfortunately, you'll see the video. It's not a long video, but Bryce LePage, $1.99 super chat. He doesn't have to know LO. That's fine. Thank you so much.
But yes. So anyone have the sound out of sync with the video? I hope not.
Hope not. Yeah.
Try refreshing if that's happening. Otherwise, that might be a YouTube.
How massive?
There is a lag.
ADD is a thing. Oh, there's a lag. Unfortunately, that's something we can't control, and that's annoying and sour. But
try refreshing the video.
Try refreshing. Yeah. I mean, that could be a YouTube thing.
Still out of sync. I mean, we could start a new live chat if it's really annoying.
The sound is out of sync. Well, you know what? The good thing is we're not doing a table game, so it's not really that.
No, so we can just start a new one if it's not working.
Yeah. It's a YouTube thing. It's not going to. If we start a new stream, it's going to be the same thing now.
No, it might fix it.
I think it might.
Well,
I think it's Claudia. Have you been modding other streams and seeing the same thing lately, or?
It fixed itself?
Oh, it fixed itself. All right.
Good.
All right, there you go. Good.
We don't need to.
It makes it easier. No, it was crazy. Like it was. I'll put it this way. It was the biggest jackpot I've ever hit in my life on a slot machine, and
he wasn't videoing. Of course.
I wasn't videoing because I was playing poker, and I just threw some anyway. Like it was I threw some money in it, and it was like one of those things where, out of nowhere, I was like, WTF? I can't believe did that just happen, and it did. So then. And then the same night, I hit like 3 more hand pays. I hit a royal flush, and then I hit 5 aces on multi-strike with the top multiplier for a massive amount. And the next day on the exclusive stream, for those who are watching, you guys saw that. I'm not going to give that one away, but all of you who are on the exclusive stream,
that was crazy.
That was, I think, the biggest live hit we've ever had. So everyone just assumes I'm not broke. I'll just tell you right now that it doesn't matter, how much money you win at the casino.
Yeah.
If you unless you stop playing, you are going to give that money back. It's an interest-free loan. You could win $1 million. You will give that money back. You're fighting against the laws of mathematics. In the short term, you could hit like what I did. Like I hit like a crazy amount in one night, but that's one night. I'm still down overall gambling, even with that, like by a lot. And it'll kind of, I don't know. I was thinking like, do I want to give it back and just use it to use the nice little windfall to stream more? How am I going to feel once I give it back? Am I going to feel sour about it? And I was kind of like, you know what? Yeah, I think I will. So I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to hold on to some of that cash.
We're just.
But maybe like throw in the occasional stream. But streaming every day, like 2,000. I had that one. Like if you look at the table games that we've done, right? Like I had the $12,000 hit. I had some like $7,000 and $5,000 hit here and there. But it's like 2,000, 1,500. It's like 30 grand. You're down 30 grand, and it's you can't do it for the money. You have to do it because you just enjoy that rush of gambling.
Thank you, Bryce, for the $2 super chat. Well, if that's the channel that you enjoy, then watch that one.
Oh, I think I take pretty big risks too. When I play, it's just that you just have to go in with the expectation that you're going to lose. You take a shot, you're probably going to lose.
Stop talking about Victor interrupting me. First of all, you guys know that I'm not the chatty person of the two, that he is, and that's okay, and I'm okay with that, okay? So relax.
Yeah, relax.
I have nothing to say anyway. I never have anything to say. Although I did want to finish my thought. Oh, I learned that if you end your when you're speaking, if you speak your sentence in like, if you kind of like walk up the steps when you're talking, that people are less likely to interrupt you when you
you finish on a higher note.
Yeah, but not like upspeak, like a drag up, but you kind of like, you step up your steps as you're talking.
See, I always thought that's the way to tell if someone's lying when they end on a high note, like.
But that's
no, I didn't. Like that kind of thing.
No, that's didn't. That's upspeak.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's like a, but it's different than do.
It's like do you gamble? No, I didn't gamble. Like, you know what I mean?
But that's not the same thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's like, oh, I'm so excited to be here.
Whereas if you know what you're saying is completely true, you're just like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't play.
Anyway. Thank you, Mike, for the $5 super chat. You guys compliment each other. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Most importantly, have fun and enjoy life. You so called that jackpot live stream. Yeah, you did. Thank you, Bryce, for the $2 super chat. Yeah. So it's a way to like make it so that you're less likely to get interrupted, because when
interesting.
Yeah, I am not the first. This guy that I was watching the video, he's like a vocal coach. I don't know. I went down the rabbit hole, and
right.
That's what he was saying, and I was like, oh, that's so interesting, because I speak very monotonous and very low most of the time.
Yeah. You know, I think we're also going to do is like I think we're going to do some more live chats from outside the casino, and I might even do like a live chat, a regular chat where we could just talk about gambling. Everyone kind of share their stories and their questions and things like that.
Oh yeah, and thank you, Hassan, for being a member for 3 months. Hello, beautiful Sarah. How are you doing, Victor? Missed the. I think it's.
Yeah, I think you meant live streams.
Live streams, yeah.
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 You know what? They'll just be more special when they happen. They'll be more special when they happen. They'll be more special
when they happen, and there's lots of YouTube channels you can watch them. I don't know.
Yeah, there's no shortage of people doing this stuff. I mean, the thing is, my only advice now would be like, you need a lot of money. You be prepared to spend.
Thank you, Rochelle, for the $2 super chat. Love your channel. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, people are going to say what they're going to say, and they can write on whatever.
Wilfred, good question. Sorry, I really interrupted you.
Yeah, no, you did.
Yeah.
People can think whatever they want. It doesn't change our reality and what we want to do. So, gossip all you want. I don't care. We don't care. We're doing what we want to do. And
but you will see that everyone's gonna say, oh, they said when Sarah stopped, took a break because of the going back to Canada.
Yeah, because I didn't.
They said she was broke, divorced, all these things. Yeah, no, quite the contrary, guys.
Yeah,
but at the sorry, to answer Wilford's question, he's asking when's the next poker vlog. Within a week, vlog number 3 will be out.
And the other thing you have to understand too is that when you're doing a live stream with somebody else, you're not just talking with each other. Mm-hmm. We're also talking with a live chat, and it's very easy to get distracted. And I would interrupt myself when I was streaming by myself. I would think of a thought and trail off and read something and get confused. It's just not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to show the tail end of the biggest win. That's all I can say. But it was just one of those wins. It was on a slot machine where that kind of a jackpot doesn't come in the bonus. It comes randomly. So if I hit a bonus, I probably would have filmed it. I would have whipped my phone out. But I was like, whatever. I literally felt that I was just throwing some money away. And I had no expectation of actually, I kind of did have I kind of had this, because I saw how high that jackpot was, and I knew for that machine that it was much higher than I've ever seen it. So I kind of just said, you know what, I'll take a shot at it. But when it actually came in, I was like, oh, holy crap, can't believe that happened. And then I finally got my phone out, but it was, anyway.
But I did want to actually, since it's the holidays, I did want to share some things that I got with, so some people sent me some gifts, which is so nice. Thank you guys. And we got, I think this is just probably the cutest thing I've ever received. Victor really likes it too.
I love it. Yeah,
Isn't this so cute? And I named him Sparkles because he's sparkly and very original. Thank you, Bryce, for the $2 super chat. He can, other people can do whatever.
Other people can do what they do. I mean, they can do whatever they want. I don't know. I'm not the.
Borrow money from my parents. Yeah, that would not be a thing. Contrary to
borrow money from her.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that call me a rich trust fund kid, and
you're either a rich trust fund kid or you're broke. It's one or the other. You can't just be middle. You can't be middle of the road.
Let's just say I did not have that upbringing. Anyway, the opposite of that.
I think if you were a rich trust fund kid and you really want to do a gambling channel, I think you would gamble a little more than you've been doing. I don't think you'd be betting green chips.
Yeah.
On Ultimate Hold'em, I think you'd be betting purples or black chips. You know what I mean? At least. So.
Yeah, it's I have a trust fund, but I guess just
what's the trust fund?
A micro trust fund.
What do you call a trust fund? What is it, 30 grand?
Yeah.
When I hear trust fund, I hear millions at least.
Or at least a couple 100,000.
Not even that. I mean, a trust fund's got to be millions. When I hear trust fund, I just kind of relate that to riches. Real riches, millions, tens of millions. But if you had that kind of money to start, you would be gambling more. That's what I would imagine.
Oh yeah, and then it's over to the side. But remember how, I don't know if you guys ever remembered this, but I was telling you guys I had Futurama Monopoly and it got taken by an old roommate. I think accidentally, to be honest, when they were moving out. And somebody sent me Futurama Monopoly, so now I have that too to play. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Monopoly is actually one of my favorite games to play.
They actually do have Monopoly.
They do have
Monopoly. They do have a casino Monopoly.
Monopoly
they have
slots.
But not, yeah. Well, they have Monopoly slots, obviously, but they have an online Monopoly board game. Remember that wheel game online? They don't have it in the U.S. yet, but because it's still, just an emerging thing. But in Canada, where it's legal, and Europe and everywhere where online gambling is legal, they have this Monopoly board game that's really, really cool, and it can pay huge. So.
Anyway, I'm excited to play that. I haven't played Monopoly in forever.
There you go.
We'll have to play together.
Absolutely, yeah. And maybe we'll live stream a Monopoly game or something. That'd be funny. That would actually be interesting.
Yeah, but Monopoly can go on for hours.
Like an all-day stream.
I have my strategies. that I will not reveal because. Thank you, Hassan, for the $5 super chat. Haters love to hate. Plus, I got my slippers. We need to smack them trolls. Yeah, exactly. And I'm just not going to, like, people will they just make up in their mind that they don't like me, and that's okay. I don't like them either. And so they're just going to fit their narrative to be whatever makes sense. If it's, I'm doing well, then I'm a rich trust fund baby and I didn't deserve it.
If I'm you're doing slowing down the content, then it's because you're broke.
So yeah. Thank you, Mr. B, for the $10 super chat. Happy holidays, Sarah and Victor. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, no one. These people can't accept the idea of somebody having a like normal or mid-range average amount of money, or slightly above average, slightly below average. You know, it has to be, or just like it has to be like on the poles, like the extremes.
Like basically, saving your money to start and do something that you wanted to do, and then when you're done. When you're ready to just switch things up, you switch things up. Like it's just not that complicated.
I found it really funny, like how everybody, more so Sarah actually, they were always asking you like, where do you get your money? Where do you get your money? Where do you get your money? And you're at like other channels gamble millions of dollars. Like other channels, assuming it's their money, are spending millions with the bets that they make. And I don't think they get asked about the source of their money as much as like our channel, which is a pretty modest like level of gambling, really, if you think about it.
I mean, for the YouTube space.
Absolutely,
Anyway, and you know what? People can, it's their money and they can do whatever they want. Like, I'm not...
I know, but the thing is, like, you've gotten so many questions, like so much interrogation about how you get the money. Like, come on. It's not even that much, to be honest. Anyway.
Oh, and I bought myself this necklace for Christmas. It's an early Christmas present. Somebody was like, see, for me, I actually don't mind descriptive titles, like to go back to the descriptive titles, because I actually I prefer knowing what I'm getting rather than like a mystery present. Like, don't you find that, okay, like when you order something online, the anticipation of whatever. I don't know. He's just going on. Like when you order something online and it's coming in the mail, like to me that's more exciting than like somebody saying like, "Oh, I bought you something," because I don't know what that is, so I can't anticipate what I'm going to get.
Exactly. Now, I just had someone just going on about how we're broke, how the real reason is because we're broke.
Yeah.
It's guys, I'm going to show you the receipts of maybe $75,000 in hand pays in the next few days. So unless I blew all that in a day and a half, which I guess
you know what? Fine, guys. Guess what? We're broke. That's why we're not gambling anymore. Fine, whatever. Think whatever you want. Whatever you think does not change my reality. Yeah. Okay.
Or whatever you want to tell yourself to make yourself feel better about your
like it doesn't it affects
your pathetic life.
Anyway, whatever. I'm not gonna get upset about it anymore because it's just I'm cutting. Honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, like this channel, I know a lot of people are very kind and appreciative, and I love you guys, but I'm tired of people like being rude to me. Like I'm tired of it. Like I don't want it anymore. I'm getting rid of that in my life.
The thing is, see, me personally, I don't really care. You could be as rude or as negative as you want.
Well, no, because you keep bringing it up.
No, I'm just responding to what someone was saying.
Yeah, but we already said that.
I don't know. I just I don't get offended very easily. I'll put it to you that way. Anyway, that being said.
Well, I guess I do.
I guess you do.
You know what? And
you got to cut that out. You got to.
Well, that I am cutting it out.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. All right. Now that being said, what were we talking about? Oh, protective covering on the light switch? No, it's just the light shining.
Yeah, so I have a like obviously we have a like a ring light here to provide lighting because most people don't have professional level lighting in anyway, whatever.
Well, I just don't, you know what? I was trying to prevent kind of going down the rabbit hole of negative comments. I was saying I kind of find it funny that that people just want you to be broke even though you're not. You know what I mean? Like I was just saying, I'll show you 75,000.
Well, they want it to be broke. They want you to interrupt me. They want you like for some reason they want to like think that we don't have like a good interpersonal relationship. Like like guys, just let us be happy and let us live our lives. Like we are fine. If you don't want us to be fine, then that's your business. But I'm done with it.
Well, you keep imagining it, right?
Yeah, like imagine all you want. I don't care. Yeah. If that makes you happy,
you
then
could write in your forums and imagine waste your time. You know?
Like do that,
and then wonder why you're actually broke. And don't think about the cause and effect of that. But anyway, that being said,
so let's talk
about something else. But anyway, that being said,
no. So I was saying that like to me, knowing what I'm going to get is more fun than being surprises. I think it's like when you're going on vacation and you're like really excited about it. It's like anticipation of knowing what you're going to get. To me, is better than surprises. So I don't know, and. What do you want for Christmas?
What I want for Christmas? I want a
PS5, right?
Yeah, PS5 for one. Maybe like a megabucks jackpot, $11 million.
Yeah,
only.
Everybody wants.
Not too much to ask.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss vacations, exactly. Biggest fan of 2021. You will be seeing it shortly. I actually don't like surprises. Exactly. Like, to me, it's not that I hate surprises. It's not like I actively, but to me, they're not as exciting as knowing what I'm going to get. But what games do you like on PS5? There was one you were telling me about.
What was that game? Oh yeah, I think there's a Final Fantasy remake actually. That was one that I definitely wanted to get because I was a big Final Fantasy VII remake. I was a huge Final Fantasy VII fan when it first came out on the original PlayStation.
Yeah, he's probably
back in the day. I mean, not when it first, because it came out in the late '90s, but I loved playing that one in the 2000s. You know, that was I think it's one of the best games ever made, and probably the best Final Fantasy. So now that they have a remake, I don't know how much better that or worse it'll be, but it's definitely intriguing. It's definitely a game that I wanna play.
Yeah, I don't know. When we say like for Christmas, like to me, like this necklace was like, well, and I got a bracelet too. Mm-hmm. This matches.
So there's that game. There's a couple other games.
Well, you really like strategy games.
I love strategy games. I love RPGs. I love it all.
But well, do those like strategy games come for PS5?
No, they're mostly PC. I mean, I'm sure there's some, but mostly computer games like Hearts of Iron 4, all the different DLCs for that. The Total War series of games, from it's not Paradox's Hearts of Iron, but the Creative Assembly, yeah, they create, like, they have all these, like, medieval Total War, Rome Total War, all the different historical periods. And what I like about those games is they're like, I don't know if any of you guys play those. They're super popular, but they're real time strategy games. So I like those. The daily videos will continue for the time being.
The time being, for
I've
sure.
I've got some poker videos coming out, and like I was saying earlier in the chat, there'll be some like non-casino content as well.
Oh yeah, so I bought these from she's a designer in Toronto. I've been following her for a while. It's Lisa Goslin, I think is how you say it. So she's like a Torontonian based designer. And she has a lot of really nice stuff. She's the one that made those, when I was talking about like the rings with the numbers on them, that was hers. She has a lot of really nice stuff. And she has a store in Toronto. So if you're in Toronto, I believe her store is in, it's downtown, but it's in,
Elizabeth, like
Yorkdale. Yorkville.
You're talking about their favorite casino to play at. I have a few, and that's not real. I'm not trying to be deliberately vague with that. Hassan Bazi, $5 super chat. Victor, if you end up getting a PS5, Far Cry 6 is the greatest game to play. I'll keep that in mind. Timothy, thank you. I appreciate that. Because there's different casinos have different different strengths, right? Actually, I'll be doing a video of my top casinos for different games. So I'll give you the best, what I think is the best place to play craps, the best place to play video poker, at least from my experience, and blackjack, etc. For instance, Main Street Casino, which is downtown, apparently gives 20x odds behind the pass line in craps, which is the best craps game I've seen. So that's where I would choose to play craps if I had the option, but it may not have the best single deck blackjack. I think El Cortez is the winner for that. So there's a lot of strengths. There's various strengths and weaknesses for casinos, different casinos.
And this is because Victor is such a resource for this kind of thing. These are the kind of videos that we think we might be making, short kind of content answering a lot of these common questions that we get. Where do you like to play X, or where do you like to blank, or what do you think of this? What do you think of that? A lot more of those kind of questions, because I feel like not many people talk about it, and and you can go on forever about it. Yeah. So
well, Benjamin, I've been losing a lot. I've been losing a lot of tables lately. Not slots though. That's why I wasn't very cheerful.
Merry Christmas, Jennifer, and Merry Christmas to everyone watching. For those that celebrate, and
Merry Christmas, everyone. Joyce, Squeeze Baccarat is kind of. There's not really much of a difference in Squeeze in the game. Where you kind of peel the card. It's not not like the Baccarat that you usually play, that you were playing, where they just deal it and flip it up for you. Here they deal the cards face down. Usually you're making a bigger bet. Actually, you're betting about the same as what you've been betting. To be honest, yeah. You just kind of peel it. You check. You kind of go through this whole production of checking the sides.
And see I'm sure you do.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love Squeeze Baccarat, by the way. I haven't played it in a long time, but I really enjoyed it. Pre-channel, I used to play pretty heavy Baccarat. There was a time where it was my favorite game, but that is pretty much the same anywhere. Usually on the strip, it's minimum 100 or 300 a hand, and then max bet is 15,000 or 25,000. So really, the casino that you choose to play that game in, it's more about the casino itself. If you like the restaurants, do you like the scenery, do you like the overall energy in the casino? Some people really love playing at Cosmo. Other people like playing at the MGM or whatever. I think you could probably get Squeeze Baccarat at lower limits at some of the I wouldn't say cheaper, but some of the less high end casinos. You know what I mean? You could probably get lower limits there. 25s or 50s. I'm not sure, but usually the $25 and $50 baccarats are the mini baccarat where you don't do the squeeze. But yeah, personally, I really enjoyed playing at the Cosmo, playing Squeeze Baccarat there. I played at Caesar's Palace a little bit, and
Daddy shit.
But
Big Daddy over here.
But the odds in Baccarat don't really change. They're the same. It's the same game. The rate, the commission is 5%, and
there's commission and commission free, I guess. And the odds are slightly different, but they're so similar. I always reference people. Well, you were the one who told me about Wizard of Odds, but I always reference people to that too, because it's just the guy's a lot he's a mathematician. He knows a lot more about odds than I do.
Absolutely. Yeah, but there's something to be said, about. Actually, I kind of miss playing Baccarat. It's kind of that Squeeze Baccarat, because we haven't really played that in ages. But you have you have a drink, a nice cocktail, and You're just chilling. And
there's no
slowly
such thing
peeling
as
the cards.
as advantage play machines. The closest you can get is like when there's a you can wait until a win by progressive is close to the win by amount. It's still going to be a house advantage game. Maybe the odds will slightly change. I'm not a slot manufacturer, so I can't tell you for sure. Or when, those progressive free games are really high, maybe that's when you want to play it. But overall, they are always house advantage games. You are always expected to lose more than you put in.
Yeah, I mean,
or than you get out. Like overall, you're gonna lose.
Overall, you're going to lose. I mean, there are some very rare exceptions to that, which maybe I'll talk about in upcoming videos.
But you're never at a player advantage on a slot.
Well,
I mean, beyond the video poker at the.
Well, there's some Joker poker that's over 100% RTP. But that's, I mean, generally they're not going to let you bet big enough to really make it a life changing amount. Like usually they're low, like, so I mean you'll grind it out for a while and maybe make like $50. I don't know, like $50, and that's if you play perfect strategy, and most people don't.
Yeah.
But no, there are some. So for example, like there's some of the games with progressive free spins.
That's what I just talked about.
Yeah, like some of those. Yeah, I know that. I was saying with progressive free spins or must hit by jackpots, there's a very limited window between the time where you see that there's a player advantage and the time that they actually go off and get hit. But like, in my opinion, like what are you really gonna do? Like, let's say you take a look at Buffalo Diamond, right? And you
but even then, the games could still hit before.
They could hit before
they get very high, or you could dump a ton of money in and
never
get it.
Well, what could happen is that, so like let's say it's at 150 games, right? And let's say technically that means, and I'm just using random numbers here. I'm not saying that it's actually this percentage payout, but like there's a 4 or 5% player edge now, which is huge considering, but it's in that unique moment. So you put as much money as you can in there. You put like, say, thousands in to hit the free spins or whatever, and then you could possibly have like a bad bonus. Like we could possibly have a bunch of dead spins. But you might make a couple $100 net profit. Let's just say like that's your expected value. So what are you going to do? Like try to run around the entire city and chase all these like slot machines that have high free games? Like get like a network of observers to like tip you off on when the games are kind of loaded. I mean, it's kind of a waste of time in my opinion. You're not really gonna. I don't think it's a way to get rich. So poker's a different story. Poker could be a different story. There's many who've made millions playing poker.
I have a makeup question. Oh my goodness, You guys know I like makeup. I'm wearing actually just a Revlon lipstick, Brazilian Tan. It's one of my favorites. Actually, it's the Revlon Super Lustrous. Like those are really great drugstore lipsticks, but they're not expensive. So there you go. Makeup tips.
Yeah, copper top, exactly.
Like slightly better. I mean, but again, like when you say like plate, like when you say when you say advantage, like when people are talking about advantage play, to me that seems like they're trying to say like it's a guaranteed win, which is not. Like you can do things to lower the house edge on.
Also, I think one thing to keep in mind is that I feel that that any player advantage is like temporary. So another example would be like when you have 11 in blackjack. In that one hand, you are at a player advantage, but it's temporary. But you can never give yourself a long enough term player advantage to make real money.
No, because you're
unless
never
you're
gonna,
a card counter, which they'll find. Obviously, we've gone over that, like ad infinitum. Like ad infinitum, that they're going to spot card counting, so you can't really do that. But yeah, I mean, many of the games are designed to give you that temporary player advantage so that you have, maintain your interest in the game. But over in the long run, you're going to lose. So that's all I have to say about that. Actually, yeah. When it comes to video poker, though, I say, you know what, video poker is your best bet.
Oh, you're knocking the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Video poker is your best bet in the casino. If you play the games where it's like the top payout, some of the RTPs could be like 99.79% payback. I'm actually up in video poker technically.
Somebody was asking for a restaurant recommendation. Actually, we went to Barry's for basically a couple days after my birthday. We were gonna go on my birthday, but then, like the day before my birthday, but then the power went out oddly at Circa. Like they were on emergency powers. The restaurant closed, so we went back another day. But
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that was really good actually. I had. Well, we actually didn't get, we've gotten steaks before, and honestly, I feel like steak is steak. Like,
their chicken was awesome.
Yeah, like I feel like
chicken.
The chicken, I had the braised beef short rib, that was really good. And they make their desserts in-house there as well, and their desserts are really good.
Interesting.
What is that?
Apparently, Danny Edge was saying that there's a very slight player advantage on some Deuces Wild pay tables. That's interesting.
Yeah, and I mean
that is the case. That is the case with Joker Poker as well. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Barry's Steakhouse at Circa. Thank you, Chris DIY, for the $50 super chat. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Good to see you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas. We went to Andiamo.
We've been to both.
We've been to both. Yeah.
Honestly, they're like I just feel like you go to I don't know. I've never we're not foodies. Like we were kind of talking about this too. Like people always ask us, but I feel like there's just like a level of standard in Las Vegas casinos that you're very rarely going to get a bad meal. You might be like, oh, maybe it wasn't quite worth that price, but I'm still not disappointed in my food. Like I just feel like I've never had like a meal that I was like, oh my God, yuck. Like, you know.
So I guess, Scott, if that's the case then, so if 10-6 double bonuses player edge, are the casinos just hoping that most players don't play properly and then they...
Yeah. Or they're lower limits.
Or is it because they're just lower limits?
Well, it's exactly like... So at the Plaza, they have some Joker Poker that's technically player advantage.
Yeah, I know, but I wonder, like, that's something that I honestly don't know the answer to, because I'm assuming that you're right. Like, it's just the limits are too low, so you're like making less than minimum wage by playing them.
Yeah, and most people don't play perfectly, so it's just the advertising, and then they're also hoping that you get bored of poker and that you go play a slot.
Yeah, almost like a lost leader, I guess.
Yeah.
But if you do play perfectly, are there casinos that offer higher limit, like player edge games where
not that I've seen.
You can make like 1,000 plus a day playing perfectly?
Well,
it's hard to find their lower limits and. Yeah. Okay. So they're lower limits. So they're limiting the amount that they're like.
That's what I'm saying.
So they're making it like so it's not worth it to spend all day.
Yeah. You
may as well just work at like a fast food restaurant and make more money, or work at Starbucks.
Or it's like I guess if you're thinking about like, weren't you saying that in Macau they technically have like commission?
No commission baccarat. Well, that's a coin flip, right?
But I know, but technically it has a slight banker advantage, right? But they're just hoping that you're going to keep playing.
I think that's what I heard, that there is like legit no commission baccarat in Macau.
With where it's like a rule on the 6 or whatever, like
the normal no commission baccarat, like the one they have at the El Cortez, is like you win half your stake if there's a 6, if the banker pulls a 6.
But it's not anyway. What we've been told, now we've never been to Macau, so I can't confirm this. But, where they just have like, technically it's like basically a coin flip or even a slight player advantage, but they're just hoping that you're going to keep playing and lose in the long run.
Well, they're hoping that you over leverage yourself, right? That you have like, the casino has like $10 billion in capital, and you're bringing maybe 50,000, and they're hoping that, you go down this downswing and then you kind of realize your loss.
Yeah.
Whereas like you could score for a few $100,000, and if you don't stop playing, inevitably you're going to hit that inevitable downswing and not be able to handle it. Hope you overplay your pocket limit. Oh, they hope you over. Okay, I think that's what they mean. Yeah, I think that's what he means.
You can have there's different types. There's no commission baccarat everywhere. Like they're in Vegas too, but it has that specific rule about the banker pulling a 6. Now what Victor told me and what he had heard was that they have commission-free baccarat without that rule on the 6.
Yeah, without that rule, yeah.
So it's like commission baccarat rules.
No, I've never been to Macau, but this is what I was. Anyone who's been, maybe they correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, or confirm that.
He was saying that there's like the rules of commission baccarat without the commission, but we don't know if that's true. You'll have to go to Macau and see.
Yeah, exactly. I got your meaning.
And that's the only other player advantage game that I could think that the casino would offer. It's basically got to be like house advantage or close to, or like basically even odds. A casino's not going to sit there to like lose money. Like, why would they do that? Or you know what I mean? Like they're not gonna risk a ton of money on that. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
It's not charity. We've already said this.
The casino isn't the welfare office.
Yeah.
So. But best food in Vegas.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
That's another. That's a similar question. It's like a similar question to like best casino. Many restaurants have their strengths and weaknesses. I find that the pasta selection at Andiamo is really, really good versus like I like the the steaks at the steaks at Barry's are pretty yummy.
I don't remember. I haven't had one last year. Like honestly, I feel
Hugo's was good, but steaks.
You might be more of a foodie than I am. To me, like I've been to quite a few steakhouses in Vegas, and like a steak is a steak is a steak to me. Like they don't really. They taste like steak, dude. Like I don't know, it's good. Like it tastes like a steak.
Yeah, because usually, like in the when it comes to steakhouses, like in the downtown kind of sphere, there's Oscars, there's Barry's, Andiamo, Hugo's. Mm-hmm. I haven't been to Vic and Anthony's yet. I find that the steaks are pretty much on par.
Yeah, like they're all. I mean, and you, it's not that they're bad. Like I think you'd be happy going to any of them, but like, don't stress about it. Like it's fine. Just pick one and go to it. Yeah. Go where it's comped.
Yeah, go where it's comped, exactly.
Yeah.
Try not to pay for your food.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you're gambling, there's no real reason you should if you're gambling anything substantial.
How do you like your steak? I like it medium rare.
Medium rare.
Yeah.
Medium rare.
Although we had, there was like, we went to Jean-Georges at the Aria once, and this is the only like beef that I ever said that was like really amazing, and it was raw beef, like a raw beef appetizer.
Yeah.
And that was a Wagyu beef.
Oh yeah. And
that was really good, if you like raw beef. But it was raw.
I'm yawning a lot. I'm kind of like.
You're sleepy here. Yeah. You're me.
I know.
What the heck was it called?
Was a beef tartare or something?
No, it wasn't a tartare. Something else. Started with a C.
Carpaccio?
I think that's what it was.
Jeff NG, $20 super chat. Hi Sarah, hi Vic. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. May your holidays be safe, joyous, and prosperous. Thank you so much, Jeff. Always appreciate it. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yeah, Carpaccio. Well. The Japanese Wagyu Carpaccio. I mean, it's $27. It's not that bad.
I know.
I think that's what it was.
I think that's exactly what it was. Yeah. Probably tasted better than some like $300 steaks.
It really was. Like, get that, Jeff. Look, I brought him out to celebrate Christmas with us. So, yeah. Sparkles the pig. You guys know me. You guys know I like piggies. So. Honestly, this is like the cutest stuffed animal I've ever gotten. Not that I have that many, but anyway. So there you go. So just go to Jean-Georges, spend $27 on the appetizer, and that's probably the best beef that I've ever had in Vegas.
Absolutely.
He's got a Santa hat on. So people are asking us. I don't have Santa hats, but Sparkles has one. So there you go.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it.
No, he's not.
It's full of coins. Oh my god. I feel like the soft piggy bank.
Yeah.
But maybe he's good luck. Who knows?
Have you been there long enough that you think in USD?
Yes.
Yeah, actually. Yes. Well, we kind of always did though.
Yeah. I think we always did because like that's most of the.
But it depends on what you're talking about. I guess now when I'm shopping, I think more in USD. I guess, but.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess if you go to Canada, you feel richer because 40% more money. Well, Janice, I pretty much beat that horse to death. We really discussed that topic in depth earlier in the stream, so feel free to give that a watch. But there's no particular schedule, but it may happen. Are you missing the snow back home? No, not at all. How about gambling on cryptocurrency? I don't know. That's a whole other topic. Currency.
Food prices are higher here for like produce and things. I don't know if that's like because of the current situation.
A Vegas thing or or maybe it's just a Vegas thing as opposed to a US thing.
I don't know, but like, I mean, it's not a crazy amount, but I have noticed that like, when I when I go grocery shopping in Canada versus here, like I feel like I get more for less in Canada, but I don't buy, and I pretty much just buy the same stuff, like fresh produce and meat and stuff.
Do you find it's like because of the exchange rate, or do you find it because like the actual dollar amount?
Like the dollar amount
is higher in US dollars than it is in Canadian dollars, and then you add the exchange rate on top of that, so it's even that much more expensive.
I don't know.
Like yeah.
Like it could,
maybe it's because Canada. I think Canada like subsidizes.
Yeah, I think they subsidize like more produce and meat and stuff. I don't
farmers,
know.
Or they have some kind of real. They I think they control the prices more. Like they really keep that. Keep a lid on the prices. Here not so much, but
it could also be like because I don't have a car. I'm limited to like what I can get delivered. Yeah. So. Yeah. So that could also be it. I mean, but the delivery fee's not that much, so I don't know what it is.
It's not, you think Canada's expensive, but try living in the U.S. I think you might find that it's more expensive now. And maybe it didn't used to be, but lately it is.
Yeah, see, everyone likes your voice. But I get the annoying voice comments.
Voice for radio. I should do a podcast and do a gambling podcast.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not allowed to be on because you won't be allowed to have any guests. Cause you'll just
I don't want this price discussion to segue into politics. So we really can't talk about politics in this channel.
Yeah.
Just because, So
we'll just delete that.
I'll just delete that message, but.
Anyway, I think that's our battery's dying. So I think we've established that we're broke and sad.
Yeah.
And divorced. Just kidding. That things are what they are, and we are changing the way we're living our lives, and
I'm falling asleep here. So
like Vic said, we've kind of explained it as well as we could, I guess.
We beat the horse to death, guys.
We don't want to be like. I guess we don't want to overpromise and underdeliver either. So basically, we will not, to sum it up, we're just not going to be doing regular live streaming anymore. We're doing regular videos, and if you want to see we will be doing regular live streams once a week for channel members and Patreon members. So if you're one of those, you will see a regular live stream from us. Otherwise,
and if you want to see regular live streams at this point, then just join Patreon and channel members.
Yeah, and otherwise, the other live streams will be just sporadic. We don't really have a schedule, and if if you subscribe and enable notifications, then you'll get notified. I believe it's 30 minutes before live streams occur is when you should get your notifications, if they work.
Yeah, exactly.
But otherwise, yeah, we're just, it's just time to change
Time
things.
to make a change.
Exactly. And
with that said, any final thoughts?
Just Merry Christmas, guys, and, you know, happy holidays and all the things, you know. We are, I don't know, happy to...
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oh, and the next exclusive live stream will be on tomorrow. So
Christmas Eve live streams. We'll do something special for that.
Yeah, so, yeah. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us. Thank you for subscribing and staying subscribed and watching videos and putting up with our erratic schedule, I guess. Yeah. Thank you, Brent, for the $5 super chat. I am monotone too, Sarah. Your voice doesn't bother me. Thanks for the stream. Merry Christmas. Thank you. And yeah, with that said, have a good night, guys.